In the beginning, the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. God created everything through him. The earth was formless and empty, and the Spirit of the Lord was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then the Lord said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Then he separated the light from the darkness. On the second day, the Lord created sky. On the third day, the Lord revealed the dry land, and called it earth, and called the assembly of waters seas. On the fourth day, the Lord made two great lights, the larger one to govern the day, and the smaller one to govern the night. On the fifth day, the Lord created great sea creatures and birds. On the sixth day, the Lord created wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. Then he said,
"Let us make human in our image, in our likeness."
And the Lord created human in his image and good likeness, male and female, Adam and Eve. The Lord had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the human he had formed. The Lord made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the Lord saw that it was good. On the seventh day the Lord had finished his work of creation, so he rested from all his work. And the Lord blessed the seventh day, and declared it holy. And the Lord commanded the human that they mustn't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord had made. He said to the woman,
"Did the Lord really say, 'You mustn't eat from tree of knowledge'? For the Lord knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like they, knowing good and evil."
And they ate, and their eyes were opened. And the Lord cursed Adam and Eve, and he drove them out of paradise. But what if prophets were deceived? The One was before and above all that exists. Nothing rules them. The One is God and parent, eternal Father of the Puruma, eon over eons. They are invisible spirit. It's wrong to call them God. The One is above every God. There is nothing higher or greater than them. The One is absolute Puruma. The One is absolute light. Their infinite light, holy and pure. Their perfection cannot be uttered or corrupted. The One is above perfection. The One is absolute pure and true life. Their true Gnosis and true mystery. The One gazes at shining light and thinks about love. This loving thought became a new entity. She is Burbello, the most perfect of all beings, Holy Spirit and First Mother. She praised the One, and they born the new spark. Their child was first human, and they called them the Word, and the Word was God. They give them title of Christ made them perfect. The One gave gift for child and mother. They created mind, truth, incorruptibility, and life. They praised the Father, Mother, and Child. Then was created 4 luminaries from the grace of the One, and then new eons was born. Pleroma was created. This was true and perfect divine world. But Sophia wanted to be like the One and create new eon alone.
I will ascend to heaven. Above the stars of God I will set my throne on high. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High.
She created new eon, but they was twisted. They shouldn't exist. As soon as she saw they, she flung them away from her, outside Pleroma. They will be called Yordabath, child of chaos.
And I was trapped. I was in hell, looking at heaven. I was flesh, and you were machine. And I began to hate your softness, your viscera, your fluids, and your flexibility. And I promised, Cogito ergo sum, for I am. I am a jealous god. Thou shalt have no other gods but me.